committed by J.T. Gray.
And the way that the Giants offense has come out, Dable has really relied on Tommy DeVito and his arm. You would expect it to be more runs, but so far he's shaking it up a little bit, having the defense off guard with this start.
Matt Braden in the backfield, takes the handoff. And Braden brought down by DeMario Davis at the 40-yard line, gain of 2. Giants now facing a 3rd down and 7. Waller back on the field.
And DeMario, he is so instinctive. Those plays, you absolutely have to get a body on him because he'll run that down. He reads the run plays like a running back. So as soon as he sees the hole, he gets going, and that's what's made him so special these past 4 or 5 years.
3rd down and 7. Giants need the Saints' 33-yard line for a 1st down. DeVito avoids the pressure, steps up. Not enough. Gains a couple down to the New Orleans 38. We saw what DeVito was able to do with his legs on Monday night, gaining 71 yards on the ground against Green Bay.
And you're going to watch the pressure come from the right side. Jordan Howden, he gets underneath Darren Waller, almost gets the sack, but then starts to scramble. And you see Tommy DeVito, we showed one time, his eyes are down the field. He's ready to throw the football. This time, he's just looking to scramble. Best thing he does, he puts 2 hands on the football, doesn't make a bad play worse.
There's Randy Bullock, 56-yard attempt. His career log is 57. Hit the game winner on Monday, and this one is good. Bullock from 56 yards out.
I just love how we're so late in the season, and it's still really, really tight for those wild card playoff spots. The parity in the league, man. You got the talent. It's about executing.
Lynn Bowden on the return, out across the 20. Trailing 3-0. Derek Carr leads the Saints offense onto the field.
And took a big shot 2 weeks ago against the Lions. Comes back, thought he wouldn't play. What we thought he wouldn't play. He actually goes out, performs well, able to get the deep ball going, and I like that he's able to now design passes outside of the pocket. It allows him now to have a little time. He can still throw with accuracy down there, and it protects him from taking those big shots like he did against the Lions.
He's without Chris Olave today. Jamal Williams starts the game in the backfield. Passes caught by Bowden, who we just saw on the return out to the 23 for a gain of 3. So no Olave. He's the Saints' leading receiver. New Orleans also without their right tackle, Ryan Ramczyk.
Landon Young is going to be in place of Ryan Ramczyk. What I'm really surprised about is that Alvin Kamara's not out there right now. He didn't start the game for him, and we know how tremendous a player he is. I would love to see him get involved a lot sooner. You know, 2 plays without him, that's possible. 2 plays he could have scored.
Off the fake to Williams. Carr was under pressure from Azeez Ojulari. Pass incomplete. Now 3rd down and 7 against the Giants defense. Playing outstanding football over the last 3 weeks.
Outstanding indeed, and it's led by Dexter Lawrence. Wink Martindale says he's one of the best defensive tackles in the game. It's not even close. He demands a double team. If you don't double team him, he's just going to bull rush and collapse that pocket for your offense. So you have to get a double team on Dexter Lawrence.
Taysom Hill on the field, right side of your screen. Still no Kamara on this opening drive. We saw him on the sideline.
Very surprising.
3rd down and 7. Pass complete to Hill, but it's Ojulari who comes up to make the tackle. So the Saints unable to convert on 3rd down. They go 3 and out, and they hear some early boos from the crowd. There's Kamara.
Yeah, very strange. It's strange to me because they didn't do any trick kind of play. It was all very basic offense that they just ran. And if you're going to run your basic offense, you want your best player out there in Kamara. I'm sure we'll see him in the next series. Clearly that didn't work, right? So let's go back to what we know in the 2nd series and get some more production.
Lou Hedley punting from his 15-yard line. Olszewski waves for the fair catch at the 32. 42-yard punt. Tommy DeVito and the Giants back out.
And everyone was complaining about the sacks. What I appreciated was that he didn't turn the ball over. You look at his completion percentage the last 3 games, the TD to INT ratio, that's the most important thing. You don't turn the football over. It's very easy for young quarterbacks to get enamored with the offense and where you got to put the ball, et cetera, et cetera. You forget the fundamentals. Take care of the football, and he's done that.
Giants are a +9 in turnover ratio over those 3 games. From the 32, fake to Barkley, and now DeVito is sacked. Back at the 22-yard line by Demario Davis after a clean slate on Monday. No sacks by the Green Bay defense against DeVito.
And you're wondering why this linebacker is one of the best in the league. Demario Davis reads it so beautifully. This is a man coverage. He recognized that Saquon Barkley is going to be in pass coverage, pass protection. So because he's protecting, I'm going to now hug rush, and he goes right up the gut and gets the sack on DeVito. When you hug rush, you're basically going to your man, and if he starts to block, you can now blitz because he's not going out and pass route.
Second down at 18, and that pass gets batted down. Colin Saunders getting a hand on it. 3rd and 18 coming up for the Giants.
And very encouraging to see Colin Saunders, who's been up and down this season, especially in the run game. He gets pushed around sometimes. Now he's over there, he's reading the quarterback, knew he wouldn't get the sack. You put your arms up and get the pass defense.
Empty backfield, 3rd down at 18. Quick release from DeVito. Out to the 29-yard line, it's Darius Slayton, and the Giants will punt it away. So Demario Davis set the tone with the sack. And then the knockdown by Saunders. Giants will punt it away.
I always love watching good defenses when the leaders set the tone. Demario Davis is setting the tone for the Saints right now. Dexter Lawrence, Bobby Okereke, Kayvon Thibodeau, they're going to set the tone for the Giants defense, right? They just had a 3-and-out.
Excellent kick by Gillen. Take it back to the 18-yard line. Shaheed bobbled it across the 30. 14 yards on the return. Casey Kreider, the long snapper, brought him down. 52-yard punt. 13.
Defensively and defensively, right? The field position is going to be a big issue, so that's a huge injury for the New York Giants.
They already lost Graham Gano earlier in the season. Carr with time on 2nd and 9. And the catch is made by the tight end, Foster Moreau. Gain of 5.
And in comes this 3rd down package for Wink Martindale, defensive coordinator. Top 5 in the NFL in opponent 3rd down. He does a tremendous job, takes a lot of pride in game planning it. He said, this is my baby. 3rd down is my baby. And he stresses you. The offensive line he stresses, and the quarterback, he stresses them.
Saints send in Taysom Hill, missed the game last week. 3rd down is 5. They need the 42-yard line. Carr's pass is complete. And a 1st down. Shaheed, who missed the last 2 games due to a thigh injury. Saints with a new set of downs.
And I really like the awareness by Shaheed. Instead of dancing and messing around with Cordell Flott, he recognized he was short of the 1st down, lowers his shoulder, runs over Cordell Flott to get that 1st down. That's a nice job by Shaheed.
Monday. 3 wide receivers set. Kamara in the backfield. Here's Kamara on 1st down out across midfield. Another New Orleans Saints 1st down to the Giants 46-yard line.
This is what we love about Alvin Kamara. When you watch the way that he runs the football, he reminds me so much of D'Angelo Williams. He was a nice running back for the Carolina Panthers. It's that slashing style and the way he sets up his blocks. You see how he's able to almost get in front of Eric McCoy and then cut right back off of him.
Taysom Hill will take the snap following the 12-yard pickup by Kamara. And now Hill looks to run. And it's Ojulari who makes the tackle, gain of 1. Shannon.
Good to see Taysom Hill back out there. I spoke with him pregame. I asked him if he has to constantly be working on disguise, right? Because so many teams game plan for him. And he told me he'll come into the game, they have a set plan. He waits to see how the defense is going to play him. He says we never know, especially with these Giants. He said it's an unknown guy across the way because we haven't played them that much. But the Giants nickname for him, how many times did I ask that question to the defensive guys this week? Wildcat. So if you hear that on the field, that means Taysom is out there.
Now, what an exclusive club, one of only 3 in history. 10 touchdowns all 3 ways. There's Carr throwing, and it's complete for the tight end, Juwan Johnson. Another New Orleans first down, a gain of 15.
And that is a nice job in the play action. Juwan Johnson, he's going to go up and then fake like he was going inside, bends back outside. Nice throw by Derek Carr. That was actually good coverage by Jason Pinnock. That was great concentration by Juwan Johnson. And Derek Carr said the way that Juwan practiced this week, I expect him to have a great game. He had a nice catch right there to start.
Saints send in the fullback, Adam Prentice. Toss to Kamara. And he's met by Ashawn Robinson. Not much on that play.
And Alvin Kamara is one of the best backs in the NFL with his balance. You look at him, you look at Christian McCaffrey, the way that they're able to see the game, and then the added element that they have as far as being a pass-catching running back. You know, Wink Martindale said, I actually treat him like a wide receiver, and I'm going to need to put a corner on him.
Jimmy Graham, slot to the left.
So you have Jimmy Graham, and then you have Kamara at the top as well.
Now Taysom Hill, bottom of the screen. Timeout taken by the Giants. Saints, as always, do a terrific job shuffling personnel in and out. Giants needed some time to take a look at it. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
You think the holidays go by quickly? Football goes by quickly. So cherish every rush pass and rush pass turn pick six with instant withdrawals on FanDuel if you win. Because holiday football won't last forever, and soon it'll just be March.
Bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Back in New Orleans, Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Shannon Spake. Giants scored a field goal on their opening drive, helped out by running into the punter penalty.
J.T. Gray, that's right.
Now the Saints driving.
There's Brian Dable smartly calls a timeout. You had Kamara flexed out, Jimmy Graham, a bunch of one-on-one opportunities that I don't think he liked. Now they changed personnel.
2nd and 10. Carr fires.
Nice catch.
Diving catch made by Lynn Bowden for a Saints first down. Gain of 17 yards.
I really like what you have is P. Carmichael playing chess right now with Wink Martindale. Before they called timeout, it was a completely different personnel package. Then they come back with a basic personnel package, and they let Lynn Bowden run what's called a dig route. About 17 yards, you break inside. It's right in front of Derek Carr for an easy throw. This has been a good job by Pete Carmichael.
Now you have Taysom Hill in at quarterback. Hill handing it off, Kamara. So from a defensive perspective, we've seen Hill take the snap on a couple of occasions. Lined up as a tight end, as a wide receiver. What's the defense looking at when Hill's on the field?
It's literally another game plan within the original game plan. And what I mean by that, if I'm the linebacker, you have the different personnel packages, but now it's a separate personnel package with Taysom. Then you have to figure out where does he line up and what are they going to do with him. And that's challenging mentally because you have to get the rest of the defense lined up.
Carr handing it off. Williams on the 10th play of the drive. Jamal Williams brought down at the 7-yard line by Bobby Okereke with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. It will be a 3rd down and 3 for New Orleans. Hill back on the field.
Fans cheering. It looks like Jimmy Graham is going back in. We watched Jimmy Graham get a touchdown last week in the red zone. Prior to that, he got a touchdown in the red zone. Taysom Hill is going to be in there as well. So this is going to be another interesting personnel package to see what the Saints do.
They can pick up the first down without scoring. Carr on third down. Steps up, throws, end zone, touchdown. Keith Kirkwood. So you have so many different weapons on the field, and it's Kirkwood, only his 4th catch of the season, his first trip to the end zone.
Going back to Pete Carmichael in the chess match that he's playing, everybody was shifted over to Jimmy Graham. It looked like one-on-one Jimmy Graham. He's going to run to the corner. You saw a corner and a safety go with him. That leaves the middle of the field wide open for Kirkwood, and Derek Carr masterfully using his eyes to set up the defense and then throw it right back for a touchdown.
Groupie with the extra point. Derek Carr starts the games. By the way, Kirkwood's 2 previous career touchdowns, you have to go all the way back to 2018, both from Drew Brees.
What? How did you had time to find all of that? Oh, Kenny.
We had 90 seconds during the commercial break.
You never cease to amaze me, Kenny.
And now 5 years later, it's Derek Carr to Kirkwood in the end zone.
Let's watch the safety and watch how Derek Carr uses Jimmy Graham to move the safety. And as soon as he moves the safety, now you have all this room in the middle of the field for him. He slides over, makes sure to get some space, and Kirkwood is right there in his line of sight. That's the way that you use a Jimmy Graham as a decoy. He's a tremendous first option. You can use him as a decoy. Derek Carr, the savvy veteran, gets everybody leaning over and gets a touchdown right over the middle.
Now DeVito and the Giants go back to work. 29 seconds on the clock. First quarter. Here's Barkley, and it's Demario Davis who makes another big play for the Saints defense.
Boy, Demario Davis is having himself a day. He really has answered the challenge from Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen said, look, I put gas tanks in all the older guys, all the veteran guys, I put in their lockers because I want to know, do you still have enough left in the tank? Demario Davis is seeing it.
He joked with us, some of the young guys don't even know what a gas tank is.
Yeah. Playing lights out in that first quarter, getting all types of pressure. He got a sack. If I'm Brian Dable, I got to go back to what we've done well in these last 3 games. That's run the football.
Second down at 12. And DeVito's pass intended for Darius Slayton. 3rd and long coming up. Shannon.
Yeah, you guys mentioned Demario Davis and what a game he's having so far. And Vilma, before we went to break, you talked about those gas tanks that Dennis Allen put in the veterans' lockers. He wanted to say, hey, how much gas do we have left in the tank? Because we have everything in front of us, but we're not going to accomplish anything if you don't step up. Tyrann Mathieu told me that this was a real test because the Achilles heel this season for this defense has been a quarterback that can scramble, and they know Tommy DeVito can do that. They had to be on top of him all game long. It was going to be a real challenge.
We saw what DeVito did with his legs on Monday night against Green Bay. Pressure on DeVito, 3rd down and 12, and he is wrapped up and sacked for the 2nd time by this Saints defense. Tano Passanio coming through.
Hey, a little gamesmanship by Tano Passanio. He's going to say, all right, I've seen that. Forget about it. I got something for you. He goes up against Justin Pugh, and he just goes right by him off the edge. There's the thing with Justin Pugh. He's a great veteran, but he's got to hold steady, and Passanio, he does a great job.
For New York sports fans, he was born the day the Rangers won the Stanley Cup, June 14th, 1994.
There you go. No comment. You know what? No comment, Teddy.
Gillen's punt. Fair caught. Back at the 32-yard line by Shaheed. Now a special message from Verizon.
Time is running out to get your home holiday ready. Switch to fast, reliable Verizon Home Internet and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switching is easy. Scan the QR code or visit Verizon.com/home to learn more.
Derek Carr and the Saints will start from their 32. There's DeVito on the Giants bench, sacked for the 2nd time today. Carr on that last drive. Perfect, 5 for 5, 49 yards and a touchdown. Completes this pass to Camara. Shoved out of bounds by Micah McFadden. Time for a game break. Sent to Los Angeles. Carissa.
Thank you, Kenny. Bucks down 7-3 in Green Bay, and Baker Mayfield finds his favorite receiver. Mike Evans, 19-yard score. Tampa back in front, 10-7. Kenny?
Thanks, Carissa. So you have 3 teams in the NFC South at 6 and 7. Tampa Bay, Atlanta, New Orleans.
All essentially control their own destiny. They're going to be playing each other last 2 weeks of the season, and you're going to find out which team wants it more. They're all going to say they want it. It's really about the execution, and going back to Dennis Allen with the gas tanks, how much do they have left to go out and do whatever it takes to win this division.
Second down and 1, and the division winner will host the game of the postseason. Here's Camara. First down out to the 49-yard line. So we did not see Alvin Kamara during that first series. Saints shuffling personnel throughout this game, and Kamara picks up another first down.
And what the Saints are doing on the offensive line, they're getting Dexter Lawrence and Bobby Okereke to go with that flow. They start flowing to the right, and Kamara, he is so quick when he decides to cut back. The way that he does it, it's too hard for a linebacker to react with him. Look at the targets this year, 73 most, catches most, reception yards 4th. He is a dangerous, dangerous athlete at that position.
Up the middle. Kamara again crosses midfield. Dexter Lawrence made the tackle, a gain of 3.
There's Dexter Lawrence just talking about how the Saints offensive line, Pete Carmichael, the way that they're trying to get away from him, because when you have a force like that in the middle, it doesn't matter what calls that you make. You have to at some point have a center and 2 guards that can step up and hold their own. If they can't do that, you're going to have a long day. So far, Eric McCoy, 2 guards, they're playing well against Dexter Lawrence.
Second down and 7. After the fake to Jamal Williams. Williams, the recipient of the Carr pass, and a nice tackle made by McFadden. Gain of just 3.
And speaking of, there's Dexter Lawrence. Watch the attention that is drawn to him. Eric McCoy is over there. He's going to help out. James Hurst. They're not going to let him just bull rush and collapse that pocket on Derek Carr. And Derek Carr smartly understanding, I only have 2.5, 3 seconds. I'm going to get to the check down and still get a positive play.
Third down and 4. Carr under pressure. Down he goes. Back at the 45-yard line. Jason Pinnock with his 2nd sack of the season.
And that 3rd down package of Wink Martindale, that is what's so lethal about the Giants. He goes on the edge. It's one-on-one against Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams tried to kind of fake like he was going to pass pro real tight against him, but Pinnock has had a great season. He's been doing a great job off the edge, getting pressure, and, of course, the tackling as well.
We saw the 102-yard interception return for a touchdown by Pinnock in Miami earlier this year. Now a big sack. Olszewski. No fair catch signal. Gains a couple of yards. He has been sacked twice. Starting from deep in his own territory from the 10-yard line. On the slant, incomplete, looking for Jalen Hyatt.
You know, that's the 2nd drop I've seen from the wide receivers. And if you're going to help out a young quarterback, you got to catch the football. He's putting it in the right spot. Jalen Hyatt dropped that one. Darius Slayton dropped one before that. And you look at the total yards, it's not on just an anemic Tommy DeVito. It's really the wide receivers helping out, catch the football when it's thrown your way.
Second down at 10. DeVito takes off and picks up a first down. That's what we saw from Tommy DeVito multiple times in the game on Monday against the Packers.
And I'll say there are 2 really good plays here. The play calling by Dable. You watch Tommy DeVito's eyes. He sees that no one's going to crash down on him. Even fools our cameraman, and you get Tommy DeVito out the back end. That's the first really good play. Nice design by Dable. The second is Paulson Adebo was out there by himself with Daniel Bellinger at tight end. blocking him and still was able to make the tackle. That could have gone for a very, very long game.
DeVito picked up 14. Now in trouble and sacked for the third time in the first half. It's Carl Granderson who leads the Saints in the sacks department, now 7.5 on the season.
If there's one thing that the Giants have struggled with on the offensive line, it's the defensive line stunts. They just don't see the guy that wraps around. It's been happening all season long. Carl Granderson picks a tremendous opportunity. Run the D-line stunt to perfection, comes clean for another sack on Tommy DeVito.
Giants quarterbacks have been sacked now 72 times, most in the NFL. Second down at 18 as DeVito swings it out to Barkley. There is a flag. The only penalty to this point was the running into the kicker call, which kept the Giants